Good morning, good morning, good morning, morning. I don't know. What's up? It's the girl cinwe, and I am back with another video and a little bit of tea. Okay? Sin, what we talking about today? Yeah. Okay. We are going to talk about the ex-wife. Oh my god, and y'all know I don't really talk about my ex because I really don't. But this is a martini, right? And it's an ultimate martini, 800, and it's apple juice because I know I told you I can't drink it by itself. I might still can't drink that. But anyway, let's get a little thumbnail. Is that a good thumbnail? Like, see, I'm not really good with thumbnails, so that's why y'all don't be seeing me with no thumbnail. Sorry, but I'm opening the gray. I'm opening away. Oh God, look, there you go. How y'all doing? I want to tell you about my morning, right? So I had traffic court this morning, right? And it was supposed to be like virtual, and I'm in there, and I'm like, why ain't nobody in here? So I had a number next to me. I called. I was like, I'm supposed to be having a thingy. The lady was like, what you mean a thingy? I was like, call traffic court. She's like, oh yeah, that's been postponed. They're gonna call you. They're gonna send you a notification in the mail. I'm like, really? But anyway, we're gonna talk about that. So, back in 2008. Was it 8? 2009, me and my ex-girlfriend, the first girl I ever lived with, we was going through a rocky little spell or whatever, and I was pretty much through with it, and all we had to do was wait for the lease on our apartment to be out. But anyway, in the midst of that, I used to post ads on Craigslist. If y'all don't know what Craigslist is, back in the day, baby, Craigslist was where you met people. That sounds so crazy. So I had posted a video, not a video, I had posted an ad on there, basically looking for people to meet up with. And I met up with several people, right? But my ex-wife was one of those people, and like she and I kept having shortcomings. So we would make plans and then it would fall through. So my ex-wife, not my ex-wife, my ex-girlfriend, I told y'all we used to live together. She would be gone. She would be gone the whole weekend. So I had to meet up with the girl like on the weekend. So I was like, you come over to my house on Friday, this, right? So we met up on a Friday. But when it was time to meet up, I was hungry. So I went to this Chinese joint that is on Saratoga and Curry Street, I think. And she was like, well, what you buying me? I'm like, I ain't get you nothing because I ain't know. So I think I ended up buying her like a chicken box or something. And we went to my house and we ate it. And we met on, I don't know how long we was talking via like the emails and phone calls or whatever. But we met in person September the 18th, right? And I'm 100% sure that's the day we met. Right? So we met September the 18th, 2008. And, you know, I wasn't really feeling her. Her breath was stinking, but, you know, she had some gum, the blue gum, Winter Fresh, in her mouth. So it made her breath not stink as bad. Right? You know, like, you go throughout the day, your breath can be stinking. I'm going to just say. So that's another thing I remember about her. Right? But anywho, we talking or whatever, and I was like, all right, because I had to go to work the next day because I worked Saturday, Sunday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and then I worked Monday and Tuesday 4 to 12. Right? So I gotta sit me out of bed because I didn't ready to work tomorrow. So I went, took me a shower, came back to the room with a towel on. I was hot in the body. I was hot. Right? So she was like, come lay down real quick. Or whatever. And one thing led to the other. I don't know how she ended up having. Did she have it? I don't think she had it. You know, we ended up being intimate the first night. That sounds so crazy, but we did. And my intentions was not to, you know, reach out to her again, but I did. Crazy me, right? So, excuse me. We ended up start dating, right? And I fall in love and I fall hard, y'all, okay? So just don't judge me. So we was dating, and I don't know if it was exclusive or not, but she started talking to this girl. And I was like, all right, you know, I'm cool, you know, whatever. So her and the girl didn't work out, but because we still was on friends level, we ended up getting back together and being 100% exclusive, right? So let me see. These dates gonna be off. I moved into another apartment, right? And I guess we was talking for like a year. Cause I think 2010, 2009, 2010, I moved into my first apartment. Or it might have been 2010, 2011. I moved into my apartment. I stayed there for 1 year. And because we was talking and dating, she was like, well, how about moving in with me? Or whatnot. You know, so we can just always be together and, you know, work on us. Which was stupid. I should have just kept my apartment. But in the midst, when I had my first apartment, when I had my apartment that I moved out, she had a roommate. His name was Travis, right? And Carlos, his name was Carlos. Carlos ended up dying in her apartment because she had went to New York to be with her family or something, right? But we still wasn't living together. So then she, you know, she came and stayed at my house for like maybe a week because she was scared to pretty much be in the house by herself. And I'm looking like, all right, you can stay. So we getting closer with her. So when my lease was up, you know, as I told y'all, I moved in with her. I had a cat, she had a dog. I had Dusty. My cat didn't like her from the beginning, in which I should have knew something was up when a cat don't like a person. But I loved her, whatever. So we moved in together. I don't know what year I told you I was gonna be off. 2010 or 2011 we moved in together. And we moved in together. It was cool. You know, I can't say I never lived with nobody, but you know, we lived together. did trips together. We went to Guyana. We went to the Bahamas. We went Florida twice. We went to Pennsylvania. You know, I was like, oh, and I like this. You know, I was like, nice traveling. So, dating for a while again, and she ended up proposing to me February 2013, and because I loved her, right? I did it. I mean, I said yes, but we lied. I forgot the lie we said about the proposal, but I like women. So as the first time she was trying to propose to me, this lady with this big old butt, right, was walking outside. I was like, baby, look, she got a big old butt. So I really forget how she proposed, but it wasn't like one of them, oh my God, baby, will you love me? She was like, well, I was going to propose to you, but like you messed it up in the restaurant. So would you marry me? And I was like, okay. And I don't know. Like now, looking back at it, I never probably should have did it, but because I loved her, I did it. So then she's like, well, how long you want to be engaged? And my dumb ass like, I don't want to be engaged too long. You know, we always was dating like 5 years. So let's have a short engagement and, you know, just get married. So she was like, all right, let's get married in August. Right? So we picked the little number, the date out of a hat or whatever. August the 3rd. Okay? So, our wedding was, I'm gonna try to put some pictures in here. Our wedding had 16 people in it. Me, her niece, her nephew, my 2 nieces, Bunch, Shaquana, Ebony, Tay. I don't know, but yeah, it was about 16 people in the party. 100 and something people came to the wedding. Right? And we had it at a VFW on Ebenezer Road. Y'all, it was raining that day, like poured down raining. And the DJ was late coming, like an hour late. So I'm in the car for an hour, right? And I should have been like, this is God's way of telling me not to get married, right? But we started the wedding a whole hour late, and it was a beautiful wedding. Like I remember the whole thing. It was like, we stayed in there for like 4 hours, and we both didn't go to the bathroom the whole time we was at the wedding. That sounds crazy, right? The whole wedding, we didn't go to the bathroom. Not one time. And we was in there for like 4 hours. And y'all know, I was sitting in the car for a whole hour. So the whole hour that I was sitting in the car, I didn't pee. So then, our wedding, we didn't have a honeymoon. We stayed in the hotel overnight. But my ex-wife, she had just had surgery, like some type of surgery on her leg, right? So she dancing the whole night, and it made her leg messed up. So like on our honeymoon night, we didn't even have sex, and I like sex. I love sex. Okay. So I don't know, ACR, whatever. I don't know what it is, but whatever. She had some type of surgery on her leg. So when we got to the hotel room, she had to get wheeled up in a wheelchair and everything. Okay. Yes. And I just was like, damn, we ain't had sex on our wedding night. You know, we just went to sleep because we was tired. We got up the next day and went back to the house. So, we got married October the 3rd. We was looking for a house and different parts. So, we found a house, or she fell in love with this house that was pretty much too big for us. I'm just telling you all the things that was in Elton. And it was an hour away from my family. It was 3 hours away from her family. But, you know, she was like, well, let's just move here. And I'm looking like, I never realized she was trying to distance me from my family. You know, I love my wife. So I was just like, well, where would she want to go? That's where I really want to go back. Because at the end of the day, I love my wife. So, we moved there. And it became the house of, oh, this is my home, to the house of hell. Right? Like, she became controlling, right? So, I would put stuff on the wall. I remember her knocking the stuff down off the wall. So, like, she didn't want nothing on the wall. I'm like, this is supposed to be home. Alright? So, I stopped decorating. So, then, what? How many years that? We ended up getting in a lot of fights after we moved into our own house, and like some of them ended up getting physical. Like one time, I remember she told me, one of us need to leave. By the way, first let me say, I think I left previously for this probably 3 times, right? And my little dumb self, I would leave, take the whole hour ride, come back to Baltimore, right? And like stay the night at one of my family members' houses. But then she would call me and I would go right back, right? Not because I wanted to go, but because I loved her, right? So, it was this one time I had this black bathing suit. Don't worry, I'm going to start showing y'all the clothes I have in my closet. Y'all going to see the black bathing suit, right? So, me and my sister Kendra went to the pool. So, and to go into the pool, I didn't want to take my phone in the pool. So I took a picture of me across the street from the pool, but with my bathing suit on, right? So, you know, I'm not thinking about nothing about it. I posted on YouTube. I posted on Facebook, right? And, you know, I'm chilling, having fun, and you know, in Baltimore, and then, you know, I go home, and all my shit is thrown downstairs over the balcony, right? She like, you can get the fuck out. Why would you post you in a bathing suit and you not at the pool? I was like, but I was going to the pool. She like, but why would you post it on Facebook? Before me and you was together, that's what I was doing anyway, right? Don't change me. Don't try to change me, right? So, that was one fight. I don't remember the rest of the fights, but I remember that one because I remember all my shit then tossed over. So, then we ended up going to marriage counseling, right? And it was a situation that we had that I never really talked about. So, one year around like St. Patrick's Day, it was like probably a year into us being together. And I told y'all my cat didn't like her. So she made me to get rid of Dusty, right? Because whenever my cat would see her, he would scratch her. Like if she was walking on the steps, it was like a little thing that my cat could put his arm under. So he would scratch her. And she was like, no, the cat gots to go. And me, being a dummy, got rid of the cat. So, when I got rid of the cat, she ended up leaving and going to DC, New York, with her family. I guess this is going back. So, when she was in New York, she was gone for like a whole week, right? We wasn't really talking, whatever. And when she was there, you know, I'm asking her, like, did you have sex with da-da-da-da, this? And she was like, no. I said, but I had a dream, and it felt so real, like you did, right? So my name is Cinda. You find some words that rhyme with Cinda, and you'll find the ex-girlfriend name, right? And she was like, no. We went out to dinner, but that was it. I'm like, no, I swear. I feel like y'all had sex. So, she was like, no, we didn't have sex, da-da-da. I went and lied to you, right? So, she came back. I mean, everything was cool. Now, go back to us being married, having marriage problems, whatnot. We go to the marriage counseling, and that was one thing that, you know, it still was over my head. But because she, you know, told me nothing happened, you know, I just swept it under the cupboard, or under the carpet, right? So, went to marriage counselor for like 3-4 months. And we both were like, okay, it's good. You know, we're going to try to work this out. And I think we was done. We stopped going to marriage counselor or whatever, right? So, one day, she's like, Cinda, I need to talk to you. Right? And she was like, Cindy, can you sit down? I'm like, I don't want to sit down. I'm going to stand up. Right? So she was like, you know, I want to make this marriage work. Da-da-da-da this, da-da-da-da that. She's like, it's something I want to tell you, you know, because I want to make this marriage work. I'm going to tell you something, but you can't do nothing about it because we married. Right? She was like, remember when I was in New York and you asked me if I had sex with Finn? I'm like, mm-hmm. She was like, I want to tell you the truth. But remember, you're my wife and you can't do nothing about it, right? So I was like, okay, go ahead, tell me. She was like, I lied because I didn't want to hurt your feelings. But we actually did have sex. I was like, what? So I think that made her hit me or something. So I'm like, all right, I had to go to work that day. So I'm going to work and I'm crying. I'm driving down 40 speed and going like 80 and a 45, right? Police pulled me over, but I'm crying, right? And the police officer said, ma'am, are you okay? I'm like, I'm good. And he was like, I'm going to give you a warning, but please slow down, right? So he was like, what's wrong? I was like, my wife. And it was a white cop too, but he gave me a warning. And he let me go to work, right? And then, you know, I left. I probably left that day. And then came back. And, you know, I was just like, you know, why would you lie to me? I was like, if you would have told me, you know, before we got married about you and her being together, I would have never married you. Right? So, you know, I was just like, I can't, you know, for me, I think I told them, I don't like people to lie to me. And that was like, our marriage was based off a lie. And I was just like, you know, I wanted to, you know, get past it. But if she lied about that, right? What else was she lying about? So, at the end of our marriage, I remember finding her iPad and finding her on Craigslist looking for men to have sex with. Oh, Cinda, I don't believe you. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to find some pictures to prove to y'all. Then I remember we broke up March 17th. Like, I moved out. Took all my stuff that I could fit in my car and moved out because we was fighting. Well, not we. She kept trying to fight on me. And this time, it was so bad. Like, I'm leaving. I had a black Honda Civic, 2013, I think. Right? No, 2008. Right? And she need a passenger side of my car, right? And I'm trying to get away. She takes and hit my car with a hammer. I run her feet over. She filed fake domestic charges against me, saying I was beating her up and stuff. I'm like, what? Yeah, and still, I was the one who was sleeping in the room with the damn dresser up against the door. That's what I went through. Okay, so we ended up, like I said, we stopped talking in March. Go for a long time with no talking, but then one of our homegirls had a cookout, a gay cookout. I was like, what was it? It was carnival, like, it was like Wild Wild West thing or whatever, because she had a bull, a metal electronic bull that you can ride. That was the first time, probably the second. I think I seen it around Pride, but I went with my homegirl Dana. I'm like, if my ex-wife comes, just make sure I have a whole lot of drinks in my hand. I told you I used to get fucked up. What I used to do, get fucked up. Right? So, at first I wasn't drinking. But when my ex came, I'm like, dude, give me another one. I got so intoxicated that day, y'all. I was kissing everybody. You hear me? Kissing everybody. Oh my God. But we ended up hooking up one time after that, like sexually. And I was like, we can't do this no more. I'm like, your vagina don't belong to me anymore because of the fact, you know, you was having sex with other people. Like, when we wasn't together, I was having sex with other women too, but it was the fact that she was having sex, moved somebody else into my house and everything. Dang, but I was supposed to say, somebody had asked me, I guess I could probably continue this conversation. Somebody had asked me, what are warning signs, or like, why didn't my marriage work out? My marriage didn't work out. One, my wife was seasonal depressed. She had bipolar disorder. She had self-image issues. There was a lot of lies that was intertwined in our marriage. I think my wife technically isn't gay because she told me she wasn't. She'd be like, she only dated women because women was easy to get. Men wasn't really attracted to her because she wasn't pretty. My wife hated the fact that I was pretty. Right? She was just like, and you know, that was the reason why when I took the picture of myself outside in the bathing suit, it made her uncomfortable. It made her mad because when she couldn't get anybody that she wanted, I could come outside, still to this day, step out and get who I want. But, so like, if you have Any red flags about getting married? Most definitely use your voice and talk about it before you do it. Like, if your husband or fiance is cheating, leave him. Go to go to counseling before y'all get married, right? Know each other's goals before you get married, because when y'all just dating, that's one thing. But when you get married, different things are required of you. The same thing that you did to get your boyfriend or your fiance, you gotta keep up with that. And then, like, sometimes you gotta do a little more, because you're not the girlfriend no more. You're not the fiance. You the wife. You know his and your long-term goals. Like, do you want a big house? Do you want a little house? Know their background, right? Know if they have, medical issues, if they take medicine. My ex-wife, she didn't like to take medicine because medicine, she said it made her feel bad. It made her feel bad, right? I'm just like, you're supposed to have the medicine to pretty much help you stay balanced. At the end, like, when did I know it was gonna be over? After the fact that we was trying to work on us. One, October the 3rd, when I had sex with her, I cried. It was the best sex we ever had, and the whole time we was together. And we had some good sex days, okay? But we had sex October the 3rd, and I remember I'm crying. I'm like, we can't never do this again. And she was like, what you mean? I'm like, you don't belong to me no more. It was the worst thing that I ever said, but I'm glad I said it. And let me see, what else happened? My wife tried to kill herself a couple of days after my birthday. She was doing it before that too, but I got a phone call while I was at work. Her sister was like, she took some Benadryl and had an allergic reaction. I was like, who would take Benadryl and have an allergic reaction, right? She didn't take the Benadryl because she was having an allergic reaction. She took Benadryl because she was trying to kill herself. I don't know. I guess Benadryl can kill you, but no. I went home. I went to the house. Because when I went back there, I was like, this house don't belong to me no more. Like, it don't. I remember standing up by the big cabinet, and I'm just standing there. And she was like, you can't be like that. If we want to work on us, you gotta be yourself. And I'm just looking like, it felt different being in the house, because the house no longer belonged to me and her. I think she moved 2 girls in a span of 6 months. If y'all don't know how lesbians move, they move quickly. I don't move quickly. I overthink stuff. Yeah, I do. And when the last time when she tried to kill herself, I was like, I couldn't do it, because I wanted me a baby. I wanted someone that was going to be mine, that I could love forever. And I had called my baby daddy, ex-boyfriend at the time, and I was like, I want me a baby. And nope. You know what? We was already in the midst of trying to get pregnant. So when I left her the first time in March, that's when we started. Yeah. So this is a whole discombobulated conversation, but that's how me and my ex-wife met out during our marriage, and the breakup and the try to make up. And at least I was trying to be friends with her, but us being friends, that was just like, nope. My birthday, I remember she called me. I had told her, I was like, I don't want to spend my birthday with you. I don't want to see you for my birthday. I don't want to talk to you for my birthday, nothing. And she ain't stayed her word. And I was like, you know what? I'm done. And that's the last time I talked to my ex-wife, my 31st birthday. Yeah. What, 2015. I seen her one time. I was pregnant with Kayson because we was going to court about the foreclosure. Yeah, I have a foreclosure on my record too. And it made me, I was nervous. My heart was pulsating, and I was just like, you know what? Fuck this. I got up and left. And she ain't never seen me since. So I hope you guys like this long, drawn out conversation. I'm sorry. But yeah. I just wanted to get this one over with. If I did not go in a deep conversation or deep details in which you guys want to hear more about it, I don't mind talking about it. But y'all know this is a thing that I've really avoid. But if y'all want to hear about it, I'm here for it. So comment down below if y'all want to know more. Alright? So I'm going to go look for some of those videos or some of those pictures, and I'm going to try to insert them here, and everywhere. All right? Wedding pictures, bathing suit picture, yeah. Good night, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And can you do me a favor? Share this shit. If I post it, share it. All right? Good night.